Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome to some more DayZ. Now, this is some Wastepoch we're playing here, and this is the beginning of my road to Bandit School. Yes, Bandit School will be coming back. For some of you that like the series, I will have another episode done for you pretty soon. But this is my warm-up to the Bandit School. I'm going to try and get into Balota. I've seen as soon as I got in the game, I saw there was a couple of dudes saying, Balota is mine. And we rule Balota and all that sort of stuff, and I cannot have that. I need some loot from Balota. I need to go myself and loot up, try and get a few dudes killed, and then hopefully go north and maybe build a little base. There's all sorts of explosions going on. It is a little bit different than this is Wastepoch, by the way, and it's a little bit different than Overpoch or Epoch altogether. Why? Because you have the madness of Wasteland in this, which is not really that much. I was really expecting it to be a lot more vehicles around and finding cars and finding your weapons like you do in Wasteland, but it's not. It's more Epoch, and I say it's more Epoch because of the reasons that you don't really find any IKEA missions. You don't find building missions and stuff like that. I've not seen any on the server, and I played it a couple of days. Maybe that's going to be implemented at some point, but as it is so far, playing here for a couple of days, I've not yet seen any of those missions. The only missions I keep seeing is the Humvee crash, the Ural crash, the NATO weapons cache, and all that sort of stuff, and that's it. There's no buildings. I mean, there's no... Usually in Overpoch, you get to buy a combo lock, and you can buy blocks, and you can buy all sorts of the trader. But in this one, there is none of that. There is traders you can still go buy, but each block costs like 10 gold for one block. That's a cinder block, by the way. And there's no combo locks, there's no missions, so either you find them really, really lucky. If you get lucky, you find them off a zombie. Not seen any hot wire kits in just yet, so I think it's more focused on the Epoch side of things rather than having it as the madness of Wasteland, if you want to sort of put it that way. I think that's a cool thing. I mean, obviously, you're going to have... I think on the world map, there is one attack helicopter, one LAV, one BTR, one tank, which is the T-34, which I'll get later on in the video. And that's kind of it. You know, I was really expecting this to be more of a Wasteland sort of thing. But it's not. It's actually focused a little bit more on Epoch for some reason. I mean, if you want to just play Epoch, you can just play Epoch. You don't really need to hop in this server to experience an attack helicopter and a LAV and a BTR. That's pretty much what they've got going for themselves. Obviously, the one major thing that draws a lot of players to this, that's a fail roll right there, is the ability to choose a class. You can be a medic, you can be a civilian, you can be a soldier, you can be a businessman, you can have all sorts of classes for you to join, and those classes will spawn you with a vehicle that you can get to places really quick. So I think that's the major draw to this. That's why a lot of people will join it, just because it's cool. You don't have to worry about finding a car or getting a mozzie on the coast or anything like that to go up north. That's a Lapo over there. That's nice. Mr. Taliban, sit down. I'll put that in my inventory because that is beautiful. That is beautiful. I'll take that. I'll come back and get that gun later on. Obviously, it's going to be plenty of guns in this mod. Like you have a lot of guns in Wastepoch and Overpoch, and basically the Overwatch side of things brings a lot of weapons. So you don't really have to worry about finding weapons. Now, you may be wondering, how do you join this? Do you have to do anything? The only thing I did into my DayZ Commander is I have the Overpoch parameters, which you put in your launch parameters, and you search for Wastepoch, and you just join it. I didn't really have to do anything but that. I didn't have to download anything. I didn't have to install anything. All it was is just that. Use the parameters for there, for Wastepoch, and just join it. Now, enough of what I think about the mod. Let's get back to killing folks, because that's what we're here for. Shooting some folks. And we're trying to see where everybody's at. I know there's another vehicle around there somewhere. I've heard something. Now, the ability to give yourself a vehicle actually changes the whole dynamic of the game, because you have huge mobility now. And that's one of the most important things in DayZ. Mobility is the key to everything. Obviously, stealth takes a big part of the game, and you have to be stealthy at missions, you have to be tactical waiting, and stuff like that, or you can rush them really fast and roadkill the AIs if you have an armored vehicle. The AIs don't really have RPGs on them, so even, I mean, I've done it with just a regular, I was going to say UAV, but it's not a UAV, it's a SUV. I just did it with a regular SUV. You can just go ahead and roadkill them really quickly. And if you try and go for them, try and get as many as you can in one pass, because they'll start firing. As soon as you take one out, they'll start firing. Mostly the AIs are kind of retarded, as you know, in most of these mods. But the whole thing that makes it a lot easier is them not having RPGs. And I didn't see RPGs to buy it at the traders. Obviously, I might be a bandito, but the bandito man doesn't sell that. Obviously, I can't see him there. If I'd see him, I would have shot him, but I can't see him. There he is there. God, he's dead. So there's no need for me to waste one bullet. Since I only have 5 bullets in my Lapoa, I want to keep that and use the shots. Although I see somebody hopping in and coming towards me in a second there, and I do waste a few bullets, and I not made the best decision there, but hey, that's just part of the game, and that's the learning curve for you getting back into it again. Since I haven't played DayZ in such a long time, I figured it's going to be a little while before I get into it. Missed. He's coming straight for me. I should have him there. I mean, it's no more than... I'm hitting him, but just not what I want. He's weaving, and nope, didn't get him. And now it's going to be a little bit too late, because he's going to be in cover behind the walls and all those barracks. Now, I only have 2 bullets left. It is time for me to reposition. Go get a better position where I can actually get to shoot at them and hopefully cover my back a little bit. And then, if I've got them killed, I can go back and grab another gun. Although you do actually start with a coyote backpack. I always carry an extra gun, something for close quarters in my inventory. So often you'll see me change to a different weapon. When I'm not really more than 200 meters away, I'll try and switch to a sniper rifle. But if I'm anywhere within 200 meters, then I will try as best as I can to engage close quarters. Now, one of the easiest vantage points here would be for me to go up the hill. Obviously, I do have a Lapoa. I can just zero that and then bam, just shoot at somebody. But that's not really the fun side of things, what I was looking for. I'm looking for just getting in and getting back into the bandit mindset. That's what you need to do. You need to be a real bandito. And Balota cannot be claimed by somebody while I'm here anyway. I'm going to try and unclaim it for me. But trying to get a quick vantage point, just get up to the tower, maybe go all the way up to the top, and then you'll see a few things. It is still possible for you to be shot out there, but it's still a easy way of you getting a high vantage point. And as you all know, DayZ has always been about vantage points, always been about getting the high ground. And if you've got the high ground, then you should be just good to go. Now you can see somebody else is driving in. Damn, somebody popped smoke there. I can't really take the shot, but I fear not, because if it's 2 of them there, they're bound to be shooting at each other, because that's just the way it is in this mod. I mean, it's focused a lot on the PvP. There is no friendly. I mean, there is the Wasteland team-up system. You know, like you have in Wasteland, you press right control and you go ahead and invite somebody to your squad, if you were. So if you're thinking of the independents, in Wasteland, you get to be an indie. You can actually team up in this as well. So, here we go. The police officer there, he be dead. Policeman. And obviously, you can see my hat. It's a little bit, yeah. I have a balaclava on, and my hat is just not right. So that's why my head is sticking out through my hat. Yeah, that makes sense. There we go, somebody be shooting at me here. Now it is time for me, since I only got the 1 bullet, it's time for me to get down, get in the woods and switch to my other weapon. I'm not going to do anything, and hopefully when the server restarts, either I'll get the gun back, and I'll get some ammo, back for it. But for me now, it's time to GTFO as quickly as possible, because I've been spotted. And with 1 bullet, I'm not going to be that good at hunting anybody down. So time for me to run away quickly. But that's not an actual runaway, you know. I'm not running away, I'm just tactical flanking. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm tactical flanking. Get away. I know there's a few bodies around here, and I know there's a couple of weapons there. I'll just go and pick it up, and I'll be going around. And in fact, on my way to switch my weapon, I do get shots in the back, and I've completely run out of hard drive space on that one, so I had to go out and delete a few things a bit. He only shot me once. He got me knocked out. I was knocked out next to a tree, but I have a blood bag on me, so I'll just get to switch. And it is time for me to go again. I do have another weapon, like I mentioned. I always have an extra weapon on me. Just switch that and get back in there, see what everybody's at. There's always going to be people shooting at each other. There's one of them there. We will wait for him to make his move. Yes, you go for that, buddy. Bye-bye now. He'd be dead. And that's, look at that, man. Look at my mask on that face, how it's glitching. That's not right. I need to take that balaclava off because it just looks really weird with that hat. Yeah, it's just all wrong. Now, you might have seen when this video was nearly over, you'll see how I take over that tank. I actually posted a video where I shoot the helicopter shooting at me, I shoot at him, and eventually take him down. You'll actually see how I managed to get that tank from the guys that were coming down to Balota with the tank. And those are the guys that were boasting, Balota is mine and we own Balota. I mean, obviously there's not much that we can do. There's no RPG, so having a tank, yeah. You can still take a tank down with an M2. M2 ammo does take a tank down, but it's going to take a lot of shots for you to actually take it down. My advice is go for the tracks. If you take one of his tracks down, you're going to make it very difficult for him to move anywhere. The only thing you could really do is switch to the gunner, and obviously he can move around. But if he's in the gunner, you have a chance of getting away because he can't really pursue you. So there's the tank. I shot the guy out. He just come out, was trying to do something. As soon as he hopped out, I shot him. There's his buddy on the floor there. I don't know, maybe they were looting or something. But this is how I get the tank. And obviously I roadkilled the gunner or the pilot. I don't know which one he is. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think by posting a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already, and there's going to be more DayZ coming up. I'm actually starting to make bases and stuff like that, so maybe we'll have a nice cool little series over the summer out of this. But I have the tank. You know what happens next from the previous video. Out.